presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Baltimore Ravens and our home team on Sunday Night Primetime. On the Baltimore sideline, a look at head coach John Harbaugh. His team in the win column for the first time with their victory a week ago. His counterpart on the other side, the coach of the home team. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Across the 20, they'll lock him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in that end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, he's going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Bateman is the motion man. He takes off. Whoa! Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Raven first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
14. First down, Ravens.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Second and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Jackson now on second down. Carson Schlesinger getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On third down, Jackson. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. Good physical run. He'll wind up as a gain of 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here comes 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Misconnect trying to get it to Quinshon Judkins out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's enough for a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. They'll look to throw again. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Back to the air one more time. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get 19 out of that play, and that would be a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check go.
They'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Back to throw. That ball is caught beyond the pylon. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
And before the try, remember it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The extra point is up and through, and the Thunderbirds will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Middle.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Middle.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Good work to get the 1st down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that 1st down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down. A gain of 21 yards.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. And when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Going over the middle. This one is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Now Jackson, this a design run. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now Lamar gonna hang on to it. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Jackson will try to run for it. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for first and goal. Now, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. A tremendous return. He's already got him in field goal range.
All right, so if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these two things. Balance, vision, and yes, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all three of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on first and 10. It's Judkins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now they'll set up to throw. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I will be right back after this. Not fun here. Third and a lot.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flat. The quarterback when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
Drive will start on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. First and 10. And the pistol, Jackson ready. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Here's second and 3 to go. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before third down. Throwing Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Ravens sending the punt team out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The Thunderbirds offense headed back to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? You pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember were a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. You know, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. They'll look to throw yet again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Ravens 40-yard line.
Second down and 3. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
A gain of 12 yards.
He'll get up and spike it. And let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. All right, Mike, thanks very much. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. And it's Puka Nacua. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is Caleb Williams. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Bears are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
More from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Thunderbirds offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. It's a gain there of 26 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working from the shotgun, they'll hand this one off. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
Let's go.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. On to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. the way down inside the 5. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Hold it ready.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Go.
Judkins is into the end zone. Touchdown.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We've got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are all holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Here's first and 10.
A gain of 21 yards.
They'll give on the ground, and they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go. You can see why.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From 31, here is second down and 7. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven first down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He's going to keep this again. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
And what started out as a promising drive, now they find themselves in third and long. After being stuffed for a loss on first down with that ground game, they came right back to it, trying to make up some of those lost yards. The defense was having none of it. Third and long.
Third and long for Jackson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And Now it's going to bring up a fourth down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Ravens are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Thunderbirds offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
On the jump. Tag. 19, Tiger, 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
He'll look to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Judkins now on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Go! Let's go!
4th quarter begins on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings
Let's
up
go.
2nd and 9.
70 Lions!
They'll look to throw. Forced out wide. This is caught at 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Oklahoma City. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point, up and good. And the Thunderbirds are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here. Pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
One of the tight ends motions right. 2nd down, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score! Game on. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Thunderbirds offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. A run, and here comes Jokic. Take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5.
At the 30-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
4. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set down. He picked up the 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Stop there. Well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Set. 1918.
The throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Moving outside the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the handoff, Judkins. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 2.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go. Let's go.
They run it once more with Judkins. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. A first down there on a gain of 12.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Of a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
You